people are saying that though.
So what is your attraction to the polyamorous community or lifestyle?
I kind of feel like, I think the main attraction is that I feel like I can still have my own life. Like I can have someone be a part of my life, but I don't have to make my life be their life or their life be my life.
Is it not considered greedy?
Is it considered greedy? I mean, to me, it could be, because some people expect you, like, I didn't know you a year ago and this was my life, and all of a sudden now I know you and my life has to be all about you. And I don't really agree with that. Like, they don't want to enter your world or mesh the world together. It's like you have to shut off everybody else that you talked to before, friends and all that kind of stuff, to be with this person. And I don't want that.
But in return, you still want that person, and you still want that person, but you want somebody else.
I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that I want somebody else. I think it's more so for that they can do their thing, but we still have our thing together.
Oh, so you don't care what they do. You're good.
Yeah.
So that they don't put as many stipulations and like all that.
Yeah. I want to still be able to have my life, but you can go do your own thing too.
Yeah.
But I'm not a jealous person.
And it's important, like we talked about this on one episode, and I think you brought up the point of like intertwining each other's lives. Like, I want to show you my world, like, you know, come to my gigs, like come to whatever, like me personally, maybe come see my classroom, like, you know, see me teach. For the other person, like, I'm going to come see what you do, get to know your friends. Like, I think it's important, we think it's important to intertwine each other's worlds, but that is a really good point. But I think if we intertwine worlds, then it's like, you know, like, you don't have to be all up on me, but at the same time, like, we have a good understanding.
Right.
Like, you know.
Welcome to Open Relationship Podcast, you guys. This is episode 25.
Yeah.
Woo, Lord, we made it. Cheaper insurance. For real, this when you get 25, it's supposed to.
Oh, car insurance, you're right.
Yeah. See, y'all like my little analogy of every episode.
Yeah, that was good. I don't know about every
looking
episode,
forward
but
to
this one was a
26.
good analogy.
Girl.
The only ones that stand out are, what is it, 18, 21, and 25.
Yeah. 26. I'm going to come up with something.
Yeah, 30.
Something. Well, welcome to Open Relationship Podcast, and hi, openers. Thank you for rocking with us. We are at 281 subscribers, and shout out to everyone who subscribed, and make sure y'all ass do subscribe. I'm tired of y'all ass watching it for free. Well, welcome to Open Relationship Podcast, where we open and honest conversation about everything from A to Z as it pertains to LGBTQ plus community and beyond. I'm your host, Rodney.
I'm Devin.
I'm Tay. I'm Solomon.
And we about to start this good old show. And so, we have a wonderful guest today. He's my former Andy Cohen.
I'll take that one.
Yes, but he is a producer, a creator of pop-up production, and he has a hit show called Set It Off, ATL. It was in a war category.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, girl. Busy.
Yes, okay.
He's been busy, but so I'm gonna let you start it off. I'm sorry, Sponsor.
Well, you're way out of order. We didn't even ask how our day was. We didn't.
Shit, goddamn
we not do that anymore.
Okay. I watch. I had to introduce him, so that's
Oh,
right.
right.
So I did do
Okay.
it right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So, Devin, how was your week?
I had an amazing week. Very busy. But I don't know. I like to be busy. Like, I feel like a lot of us asked to be busy. We wanted to be doing this. We want to be doing that. And then when we get it, it's like, oh, I'm so tired. I'm so busy. So it's like, which one do you want? So I found myself complaining a lot this week about being tired. But it's like, I want to be that busy person. As long as it's things that are productive, things that are going to be working towards my future, etc. So I just left an event, a premiere for Pretty V. She's doing like, I think it's called like What's Cooking. That's like her new show that she's doing. So I just left the premiere. Pleasure P was there. Tamar was walking in as I left. I'm pretty sure Pleasure P would have invited me to sit on his face had I stayed longer. So I'm here with you guys.
I told you Tasha K getting sued, bitch.
Not for what I'm saying. But I had a good week. I had a really good week. I'm excited to see you guys. But I had a good time at the premiere too. And I was like, do I tell the guys to come here and production to come here and we just film the show here?
Child,
or do I take my ass to the studio?
You gonna get a little grind on me.
A lot of grind.
A little grind on him.
Right, exactly. I hate that you're so far I can't high five, but definitely. Yeah, but I had a good week overall.
You know, give me spectacular, then we can talk.
Ooh, you're right. You're right.
Let me switch to terms. Take out your week.
My week's been good. I had a really good weekend in Houston. Child actually turned up, y'all. Like,
Yes.
Had any
You
regrets?
deserved it. You
any
deserved it.
regrets? No.
Any ex-boos?
I saw a few.
What's a few? How many is that?
Right.
10.
No, bitch. Don't do that. I saw 4 of them.
Were they trying to come at you?
2 were.
Okay.
But
And they know you're
did
engaged.
that.
they definitely know I'm engaged.
Okay.
But overall, I had a really good time. I enjoyed my friend's birthday. I got to see a lot of people I haven't seen in like 6 years since I've been gone. So that was really fun. We went a lot of different places, and I really enjoyed myself. It made me feel good that everybody wants to be me now. Like, they're like, oh, I'm
Yes.
Hey, I'm so bitch.
Why do I want to be you?
Oh, they want to be you. I thought you said be with you.
What you mean, like, cause you're married? Or...
Like, cause I'm engaged, so they're like, oh, I can't wait to be. Yeah.
Oh, girl.
No.
Okay, ugly swan turned to beautiful.
Bitch.
I'm just playing. But I get what you're saying. It's really hard to. That's a quick. People want to know, what is your fiance's name?
They want to.
Why does that matter?
People ask. I just want to.
Look, I'm talking like it's my fiance. Why you want to know my man's name?
His name is Demetrius.
Okay. It's Demetrius, guys. You always say your fiance, your fiance.
That is not his Instagram handle, so don't try to look for Demetrius on Instagram, right?
Girl, he's insecure. Take the.
Look,
But no, it's been a good week. I had my last interview yesterday for the job. Y'all finna think I'm crazy, but I don't even want the job no more.
oh my god.
Girl.
I don't, because when I sat down with the director and we was going over everything, I never really put a lot of thought into it. I was thinking about the money and stuff, but the fact that he just talks like, you're giving up all your weekends, all your holidays, and all of this, he's like, you're really much giving up your life to be here. And I'm like, bitch, I don't want to do that. Like, that's not for me.
But I would say this, when you are elevating and going into management, that is true.
It depends what arena, because there's a lot of managers.
Yeah, unless you work in
Not
like
on
a
the
school
weekends.
system or something, or a bank, then even banks open on Saturdays. But like,
Even if you work in the school system, because there's like events and like things that you have to show
your
up
life,
for, so.
basically, I'm trying to say life is pretty much gone.
Yeah, no,
So vacations, we need make sure they got a good vacation.
right. And then you don't get paid overtime. I'm like, well, what?
No, cause you salary.
Oh, this ain't gonna work.
That's why you gotta make sure your salaries,
Yeah,
Worth it.
worked in with your overtime.
I'll
Worth
do it
it.
tomorrow, and I'll decide.
Well, I don't. So, are you gonna have the third interview if you're like kind of contemplating if you want to do it, or?
Well, I thought you said you
No, this is
finished.
the one I had to
Oh,
follow.
okay. You have.
So,
Okay, so now.
When I talk to them tomorrow, I'm
Right.
like, they're offering me the position. And I,
Is the salary what you want?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Is it worth the weekends?
I don't think you gotta work every weekend.
Yeah, I doubt it.
No, but he definitely said all holidays for sure.
Child, I don't.
Wait, y'all would be like working on Christmas?
Yeah, they close early, but it's still
Oh,
for work.
right. Yeah.
Like normally I go travel home.
Aren't you assistant manager? Don't you make the schedule?
Yeah, bitch, but they gotta say that those are mandatory, managers and all.
Girl, I'm off this week.
The managers here, the assistants are off this week. So
Bitch, what you want? Holiday? You want Christmas or Thanksgiving?
We'll see. I will let y'all guys know once I know.
but wherever you're supposed to be, you'll be. So
Exactly.
I'm confident in that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Solomon, how was your week?
My week has. Why'd you say it like that?
Because, you say you was...
Oh well. Ultimately, my week has been. Ultimately, my week has been okay. I think I developed an allergy, and so took Benadryl. I do feel better.
Allergy to what?
Yeah.
Well, it was Chinese food.
Ooh, Donald Trump.
I don't think you were coming at Chinese cuisine, right? You were just saying that's the last thing you ate,
That okay.
right?
Yeah,
am I
correct.
interpreting it?
You're very correct. You're very correct. You a messy bitch.
My week. So work life, my home life is great, but my family is truly a mess. It's hard. It's a lot going on behind the scenes, and me and my mom had words today about my brother, about certain things that he do, and it happens. I mean, it wasn't like a bad blowout, but like she hung up on me, and
Do you feel like you were you could have done things differently?
no, because one thing I don't like about my family, and I think others can relate to this, that we really like to pacify shit. We know shit's not right, and I'm not gonna go to expound too much on that.
Right.
But like, it's just like, this is not right, so why are we like, it's okay what they're doing?
Right, like sleeping under the rug. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
like
it.
no, it's not
Yeah.
okay. Like, bitch, you need to do better.
Yeah.
And I had that type of conversation with mom. I ain't say all that, but like, mom, he needs to do better.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
what do you want me to lie? But okay, it's okay. No.
That's understandable, but I feel like the view for somebody being a sibling versus a parent, the views are always going to be
It
different,
will be
different.
I do not have children, so I told my mom that, like, Mom, I understand that's your son and all this stuff, but I'm just like, the children, his siblings,
Right.
see bullshit.
Right.
So
Yeah. That's fair. I mean, I feel like anybody with siblings probably has been in that situation, and I'm pretty sure my siblings have been in the situation talking about me to my mom at times, or to my parents at times. So I get
let's
it.
pray for us Christians only.
Don't. Well,
Look,
because you don't want them praying to
Look,
Christians only. Jesus Christ,
I was gonna
God.
correct you at first, but I'm like, you're right.
His name is Jesus Christ, God, Jehovah Jireh, Jehovah Nisi.
I was about to say that. Jehovah Shalom.
There you go.
Jehovah
Anybody
Rapha.
else? I don't want Buddha, Shah, whoever. Leave me alone. But Brandon, how was your week?
Oh wow. I mean, for me, it's been pretty busy. I was invited here, so that was good. Thank y'all so much for
We're
the
happy to
invitation.
have you.
I just been working a lot on the show. It's getting ready to come out like at this time, I believe this week. So yeah, it's just been really busy. Working a lot.
So how are you feeling? But like, are you like some people when they're about to like release their projects, they're like, like nervous, or they're super excited, or they're like, I'm all over the place, but I'm good. So how would you describe how you are feeling right now, knowing that your big project is about to like be released into the world, like everybody's about to see it?
Literally all of that. Like it's like I'm ready for it to be over. I'm excited. I'm anxious. I'm tired of this. Like you have all these different emotions, but I have an amazing partner, Reggie, that does everything. Like he keeps me balanced because I'm the crazy one. I'm the one that always nitpicks and finds problems with everything. But Reggie's that even balance. So I'm excited. I'm really excited.
All right, well that's good. We're excited to have you. Like I said,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, but let's get into the sponsorship. We get to the question.
Yes. All right. So let's talk about our sponsors. So we do have a little bit of Crown left because they sent us so much, and we tucked it away because we didn't want to take the spotlight, but we still had to say thank you because y'all gave us so much. So thank you, Crown. But tonight we have a beautiful bottle of Blue Hypnotic. Blue's my favorite color. Y'all know that. And Hypnotic is mostly a New York drink, but it's native to France. So I found that interesting that it would be like those are two completely like different sides of the world, and just to me those are different. I don't know, like one's a major city and then one is like a fabulous place you would go. Not that New York isn't fabulous. Yes,
Is the Statue of Liberty from France?
I have no idea, babe. I don't know.
It is.
Yeah.
So it's a correlation.
So that's a correlation. Thank you for bringing that up. You sound like my students, like Mr. Robertson. That's a correlation. Yeah, so thank you, Rodney, for that. So that explains it. So the Statue of Liberty is a France thing or theme. So Hypnotic goes right in. So again, Hypnotic is native to France, but it's like a New York thing. Like that's their thing in New York. And this is coming straight from the people at Hypnotic. So thank you. What do y'all think about it? How does it taste?
It's so scrumptious.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Scrumptious.
It's really good, especially with the.
Yeah, it's really smooth. I put a little pineapple, but I probably could have done it straight, like you said, just drink it straight.
I have to mix it, so I'm not gonna lie.
The Hypnotic?
But it's good.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Hypnotic. Do they have other colors besides blue?
I think they have other drinks.
Okay. Well, send us a couple more so that we can just sample everything before we make a decision on which one we like the best. But thank you so much.
Thank you, doll babies.
Hypnotic baby. Thank you.
Ready?
You're ready. It's you. It's you, baby.
All right, so on today, we normally have Pillow Talk with Tay, but today we have a special guest, so our segment is called the Hot Seat.
Oh,
Specially made for you.
okay.
You're in it.
Oh, wow.
Bet you wish Reggie was there now.
Right. Like, Reggie, please. Like, come, take this.
So I'm gonna take it easy on you. I'm
Okay.
Not,
Okay,
I'm
good.
not,
He's like, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I can't say the same for them.
Oh,
But-
everybody?
Rodney's not
God.
gonna take it easy. You know that.
Oh, I thought it was just you.
No,
Okay.
no, neither is Solomon, but I'll start it
How did I
out.
get in this?
It's gonna be in the middle.
So I asked the first question.
Okay.
I like the middle.
Verse.
Okay, so what I want to know is, if I was a network approaching you about your show, and I wanted to pick your show up, how would you sell your show to me? What would make your show different from the other shows
That's a
that they
good
have?
question.
That is such a good question that I was not prepared to answer. But no, honestly, I feel like our show is different than the other Atlanta shows that you see because our cast is such an array of different people from like super, super young, like I call them babies, like 22-year-olds, to we have people up in their 50s on our show. So it just shows like the lifestyle of people in the LGBTQ plus alphabet community, I guess you could say, community and their allies in different lights than always just all the pettiness and the argument and fighting. It does happen, but I think we're just different in that aspect that it's very inclusive.
Okay, I'll go with the next question. That was a really good, genuine answer. So that was good. Like I hate when people try to like make up something. So that was really good. So my question would be: the last episode that we filmed last week, we were discussing would we suck dick for a job or some type of advancement. So my question to you is, I'm sure that your show was gonna go far.
Okay.
But if you could fast track that times 10. Would you go ahead and suck a little dick?
I would suck a little dick.
Okay, can we toast?
There you go,
Like-
toast, because I ain't mad at it.
It might be sucking a lot of dick, but I would definitely do it. Yes, absolutely.
Yes, I know that's right. That was my question.
See,
Y'all are so
no, we have a lot of questions actually. So, so do you subscribe to the LGBT community? Are you a member of the LGBT community?
Yes.
Okay. Now, because we are on open relationships, do you believe in open relationships and have you had one? Specifically, have you been in a threesome?
I have been in an open relationship.
Ton of questions.
I have been in threesomes. They don't work for me. The ones that I have been a part of, we always go into it saying that when one of us decides that we don't want to do this anymore, we stop. It never happens. And for me, that's the problem. So, yeah.
Open that Pandora box is hard to close.
So tell us about the threesomes.
Tell you about them. I mean, I was a lot younger than I am now. I mean, it's usually when I'm in a relationship with someone and we just decide that we want to have a threesome with somebody. So we see someone.
Would you do one right now? Like, say you were, talking to this guy, and one night y'all decided, hey, like this person's cute. He wants to try it. Your significant other you're talking to. Would you be down at this age, at this point?
Yes, because I kind of feel like I'm at a point in my life where I maybe possibly want to be kind of polyamorous.
Oh, really?
I think I've gotten to the age of like when your parents were younger and your mama had that man friend, but it wasn't her boyfriend. I feel like now I'm at the point where I want a companion.
My mom didn't really have men friends.
Really?
My dad really wasn't.
Oh, okay. Well, single mom.
Yeah.
So there, but yeah.
He couldn't handle her having male friends at all.
No, but I feel like I'm at the point now where I want more of a companion. Like, you have your own house, I got my own house. But if we want to go out of town together or do things together, like, we do those things.
Right.
But I don't feel like I need you to be my man and we need to be up under each other all the time.
Yeah. A lot of people are saying that though, because it's like you may get good sex from one person, you may get good conversation from one, you may like, I don't know, a lot of people are saying that. It's still not for me. But a lot of people are saying that though.
So what is your attraction to the polyamorous community or lifestyle?
I kind of feel like, I think the main attraction is that I feel like I can still have my own life. Like, I can have someone be a part of my life, but I don't have to make my life be their life or their life be my life.
Is it not considered greedy?
Is it considered greedy? I mean, to me, it could be, because some people expect you, like, I didn't know you a year ago and this was my life, and all of a sudden now I know you and my life has to be all about you. And I don't really agree with that. Like, they don't want to enter your world or mesh the world together. It's like you have to shut off everybody else that you talked to before, friends and all that kind of stuff, to be with this person. And I don't want that.
But in return, you still want that person, and you still want that person, but you want somebody else.
I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that I want somebody else. I think it's more so for that they can do their thing, but we still have our thing together.
Oh, so you don't care what they do. You're good.
Yeah.
So that they don't put as many stipulations and like all that.
Yeah. I want to still be able to have my life, but you can go do your own thing too.
Yeah.
But I'm not a jealous person.
And it's important, like we talked about this on one episode, and I think you brought up the point of like intertwining each other's lives. Like, I want to show you my world, like, you know, come to my gigs, like come to whatever, like me personally, maybe come see my classroom, like, you know, see me teach. For the other person, like, I'm going to come see what you do, get to know your friends. Like, I think it's important, we think it's important to intertwine each other's worlds, but that is a really good point. But I think if we intertwine worlds, then it's like, you know, like, you don't have to be all up on me, but at the same time, like, we have a good understanding.
Right.
Like, you know.
But I think... Go ahead.
I would say I want my life, your life, you have your life. I want to be together, but I'm not adding a 3, 4, and 5.
I can't. I can't.
That's, to me, that's greediness, and like I feel like I am enough. I'm every woman, bitch. It's all in.
I agree that
So, like, I never met a person who was like, actually like in a polyamorous relationship. I seen it on, like, you know, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. But my question is, like, how does that shit work? So, what if you get tired of these two? You want to add somebody else? And they gonna be okay with it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I think there's a difference between polygamous and polyamory. And so I think polygamy is when you have multiple sex partners. And I think polyamory is when you're in love with multiple people.
Yes.
can they be hand in hand?
That's where I feel like
I think it can be. I mean, of course, it's going to be hand in hand if you're having sex with the people that you're in love with. Like, you have a bubble, you have a pocket.
Could you imagine dating 4 people in here?
In my opinion, somebody's gonna get the short end of the stick.
Somebody is, and it won't be me, bitch.
It won't be me either.
It would be you regardless, because you're needy.
Oh, I promise you,
You're super
I'll be
needy.
the main bitch.
I can't. I just could not do. Somebody's getting the short end of the stick, and I feel like that's why I could never be like, oh, I'm messing with this person, I'm messing with this one, I'm talking to this one. Like, one of y'all is gonna be like, where is your mind? Where's your attention? Like, you're not giving me enough. Like, I just, somebody's gonna get the short end of the stick somewhere, in my opinion, when you start talking about more than one person.
Who you think is shortest stick out of us for, Devin?
If we were all with Brandon,
No, yeah, like this out of us
Well,
four.
okay, I don't
if we were all with Brandon, I'm not getting the short end of the stick.
Who you think
with
would be-
anybody?
Who you
first
think
of all.
would be the shortest of the stick out of us four?
I don't know. I would have.
But
to
we're not
say-
including Brandon.
Yeah, we're
I
not.
just that us
okay.
for right. But you were saying if we were with Brandon,
Yeah, who you think
Oh.
will get
like
the
he's
least?
our poly daddy.
Yeah.
Oh.
What?
I don't know. I would feel like it's gonna be between Solomon or Tay, because
Same.
Solomon is really quiet. And then Tay is just a facial expressions. Like, he's outspoken, but he's not always gonna be outspoken. With me and you,
We gonna be fighting
we
for
be
the top.
fighting, right? So yeah. So that's what I feel.
What about
What do
you?
y'all
Who
think?
you
Right?
think?
Who y'all think be the
What
shortest?
is this
So
question?
if people are
Because Brandon's like, I don't want any of y'all. So why y'all even asking?
What is going
I'm
on?
gonna ask a similar question, but
So who you think
Supposed
will
to get the
leave?
short end of the stick.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I think Rodney.
Why?
Cause Rodney's like sometimes he could be a little aggressive and a little obnoxious. So,
Oh, so you feel like that's gonna be a turn off for Brandon?
Yeah.
Okay.
No
I
offense,
like
Rodney.
that. No, I like that. You broke it
That's
down by
what
saying
I'm
how, bitch. And I agree with everything you just said.
Nothing to say. Right. Nothing to say. Solomon, what about you?
I actually think it'll be between Devin and Rodney. Because you two argue so much, like you would be so focused on arguing that you would neglect him.
That's a good point.
That is definitely a good point.
Look, Brandon, I
So,
love you
Brandon.
for kicking us off.
So Brandon, who would get the short end of the stick?
I mean, it would definitely be between you and Rodney.
we would get the short end.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Right.
But literally, like you hit the nail on the head, like, because I watch y'all all the time, and I just love the dynamic of how y'all argue. But I know it would really like get on my nerve.
Okay.
Like,
We gotta stop arguing. What if there's a sugar daddy that wants?
Girl, run out sugar daddy away.
But I literally see it being just the way we operate outside of the show, where you two argue and then me and Tay are in conversation about like what's going on. Because Tay's always like, what are we gonna do with them?
So while they're on date night with Brandon, we still at the house arguing by the pool.
He's right. Look, go to the club. Y'all can come in, but y'all can't.
And I'd be like, bitch, it's all your fault. And we still arguing. And they still inside.
They in the club.
So now I'm trying to get a little bit.
okay.
No, I asked my question.
Answer, bitch. I guess mine.
Okay, so Brandon,
Okay.
set it off.
Oh yes.
we haven't gotten to that part yet.
No, I get to ask my one question about it. I
Okay.
never got to. You took over.
Oh.
No, I'm not mad because I'm always taking over. So I'm happy to share. See, I share. See, point given. I know how to be submissive.
Not
So, if you could bring one person back from all the trials and errors of Set It Off ATL, who you feel like would make the show pop, who would it be?
I feel like this answer is so staged. This question is so staged because I know what you want me to say.
Exactly.
No. I'm talking about from everybody. From the first.
I know. Like, honestly, it would be a tie
Between who?
between you and Kevin
Okay.
Why?
because all they did was argue. Like, seriously, like, it was pretty bad. Yeah.
It was like serious arguing. Like, cause we be kikiing. Like, there'd be serious moments where I'm like, bitch, don't call me sweetie.
No, yes,
But
yes.
other than that.
No, like, seriously.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I know they got me acting a fool, child.
Yeah, because you was a little shady, child. I was watching it. I was like, damn, right.
a little.
Okay, your turn.
Okay, so you consider yourself an opener, right?
Okay, yes.
Okay. So of the four of us, who would be the closest to your type?
He's
Solomon's.
I knew he was gonna
I
say
figured that too, though.
I already knew he was gonna
figured
say that.
too, yeah.
I already knew that. I knew it. I know Brandon. Like,
I figured that too, though.
I figured that too.
Okay.
okay. So, are we gonna go into?
I want you to ask us a question before we move on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, can I
If you want
circle
to.
back around to it so I can
Yeah,
think
yeah,
of it?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right, so for today's Menage a Trois, we are going to concentrate our questions towards the show. And so, set it off, ATL. Why?
Oh gosh. So I grew up in a very, very small town in Middle Georgia, Chester, Georgia. Pretty much editing videos and making shows and things and not realizing what I was doing. That was back in the days of a VCR. So like I was able to like pause on the VCR and like make versions of like the BET Awards of only the performances, like record black screen pause, like doing all so doing that. So I was at the time I was editing videos not knowing I was editing videos. And then it was around like middle school when I started seeing like Tyler Perry, someone who like whenever you start seeing their work, every single thing that popped up on the screen was that person's name. And I was like, who is this person? What is he doing? So researching people like Tyler Perry, I was able to put a name to what I was doing, and I realized that I got that I love the world of producing. Like I worked in the school plays and things like that, setting up the sets and all that kind of stuff. So I was doing these things not knowing that there was a title for it. So with Set It Off ATL, I always wanted to see people who look like me, who act like me, who talk like me, walk like me, and all these different things. And in my mind, I just constantly kept seeing this group of gay men, but they didn't all look alike. Mm-hmm. So that's where Set It Off ATL came from. It just, I wanted to show people outside of our community that not all of us are the same. And so that's where it all sprouted from.
Okay. He came prepared, bitch.
No, I didn't. I didn't know y'all was asking questions like this, but okay. But yeah, that's where it came from. So
Devin, like you want to, I mean, tell you like you want to say something. What you about to ask?
So how did you choose your cast?
So as Rodney touched on earlier, this show has went through, I swear, at least 60 different people. So it was just like auditions or word of mouth or just people that I knew in general. I was like, oh, I think they would be really good in front of the camera. Excuse me. I had a best friend who all he ever wanted to do was be on reality TV. And I knew in my mind that I wanted to work in this world. So it was just like, let's just do it.
Right.
So it kind of started from there. And then, like I said, meeting people in Atlanta, talking to people in Atlanta, going out, seeing people at performances and things like that. I would reach out to them or like word of mouth or the audition process.
I would say this, when I first auditioned for Set It Off ATL, it was very impressive. It was like people's outside. I was like, bitch is really here. You know, like, you think like, there ain't gonna be too many people. Like, I walked up, it was inside a mall or something like that.
There was one at one point.
Yeah, inside the mall. And like, they had 4 people sitting in the room. I said, oh, bitch, this is really, really happening. Like, they had a little shady questions, but it really got your mind to like, damn, this is like really reality. Like, and you saw people out there like putting on personality. Some people really being them. It was to be a part of the first season. I say was very pilot. Let me correct my season.
No, you're
okay. It was very interesting. And I would say this. I want to let y'all talk. It takes a very strong person mentally to do it.
It takes a strong person mentally to do podcasts too.
No, this is a lot easier than.
I'm not gonna say there's a level of like difference. I'm just saying that sometimes when people just want to argue or have something to say.
No, I'm not even gonna talk about argument. It's just more. It's just so much behind the scenes stuff that you can walk into something and somebody can say, bitch, I want y'all to, you know, that happened, but like somebody put a bug in somebody's ear about something, you don't know what the fuck you're walking into. And it's a lot.
Definitely.
But I can honestly say I appreciate doing the first season. It really can help you expand your brand. I'm a testimony of that. But you just have to do it and have the right mindset. I just want to say that. That's it.
Why did you want to do it?
That was gonna be my question.
For me, when I watched Chasing Atlanta, it was another show out there before Chasing Atlanta. It was really the first, actually, to my experience, the first gay show. It was a lawyer guy.
In the Life Atlanta.
Yeah, in Life Atlanta. And that made me want to move to, I was like, oh my God, these dudes are living. They was at all the popular clubs. And I was like, but I don't see me. You know, like I saw people, to me, that show was like more people in like career fields. You know, they had a couple of porn stars, dancers, but like that's not me. I want to see somebody who want to work because I want to always be in media. And when I saw Chase Slam, I'm like, I like that show too. And I did try out. I didn't get picked. It's okay. But I'm just like, but now it's like everything happens for a reason. And I feel like I want to get on a show where a boy from Mississippi can see themselves. You know, who can move to a city and truly survive. Because I'm from Gulfport. It's not population, probably 100,000 people. Everybody know everybody. You know, you go to work, you're a doctor, you're a lawyer, or you're not doing anything at all. You know what I mean? So to come to Atlanta and really hit the ground running, I want to showcase that. And do I feel like I did that in a way? Yes. But I get caught up in some drama, yes. But I feel like I did my mission. From the feedback I received from people who actually follow me and saw me on that show, they were appreciative. But a lot of people also said, "Don't go back."
Yeah, I think that's important to remember though. Like once you've like your time is up, and some like you may not have ever there. Like and just because you like are no longer a part of something doesn't mean that there's bad blood or that there was something wrong. But your time is up. So I think that's important too. Yeah, that's important too. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So this is no secret. I'm not a fan of reality shows. So why reality shows? Like, what's the appeal of a reality show?
I will say for me, there's so many things in my life and in my family's life where I'm like, if we could just get paid for this, I probably wouldn't cry as much. Like, we probably wouldn't be as pissed off if we can get paid to go through the things we go through. So for me, it's like, and like things that you would never believe. So it's like seeing like other people go through things, and a lot of it is, oh well, I put a bug in somebody's ear, like you said, because I know you're gonna go tell this person. So then when they get together for the camera, it's gonna, you know what I mean? Not saying that's what y'all do, but in reality, like people like purposely say things to kind of set the stage. So when I look at things that I go through or my friends go through, and I'm like, we're not setting any of this up. Like, where are the kids? The camera's got to be somewhere. Like, So for me, I just love seeing reality TV, and it kind of like, it isn't my reality. So it's still like watching a movie, watching a sitcom, because it's not my reality. And then even like Housewives of Atlanta, like things like that. I live in a major city now, coming from a small city. You said your hometown had like 100,000. Mine probably had 1,500, 2,000 in my small town.
Oh, wow.
So coming somewhere like this, where you're used to seeing on TV with the bright lights and all the celebrities, and going to a restaurant and there's celebrities there, and it's no big deal because that's what happens, Like, it's just something that's kind of entertaining. I like to look at for me. And I wouldn't mind being a part of it as well. But I just wouldn't want... I know that I would easily be triggered with certain things,
you will be triggered.
And I don't want to be known for that person that is throwing glasses and picking up tables, because I will easily pick up a table. You know what I mean? And I don't want people to see me that way. So as much as I would love to, I just don't. I know people would push me purposely, and I don't want to be that. I don't want to go there.
But then a part of me is like, because you really said everything I wanted to say. I felt like I was getting in situations where I wasn't showing my best self.
Right.
Yeah, I can argue with you. I can really get down there. But like, but I'm so much more than that.
Right.
And I saw myself going down the path. I was like, do I want to be portrayed this way? No. Because anyone in this room can argue and cuss a bitch out. Right. Mm-hmm. But it's so much easier to do that. But what are you doing besides that? Right. And not throwing shade. People who left the show, I don't see them doing shit.
Right.
And when cameras start feeling, I don't see them doing shit.
Right.
So, what was your main purpose? Going there to start drama? To be arguing? To put on like you doing? Like, to me, and it's no shade, it's just the truth. Like, it's the truth is truth. Like, if you really are living your life and walking your truth, it will be seen on and off camera. Right. And that's just truth to you.
Right. Yeah, I agree. But when people on reality shows, they make it like, you just know, like, who's a bitch that's just drama, reality show, that's all you are is drama. And then there's ones that's on a reality show, yeah, you caught up in a little bit drama, but your career speaks for itself, your lifestyle speaks for itself, your intelligence speaks for itself, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I feel like it just depends on the person. It depends on
You see that a lot. Like, and even in this group of people, you can easily find out the ones who were there to argue and the ones who were there to expand their brand or their business. So, yeah, I can absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
One person I feel like who actually, if I can just get into their model, I think Oliver Twist has, as far as YouTube reality shows, he has the game on lock. I love how he went on the show and made him a fucking brand. Like that, he did that shit. And that's what you can't take away from him. You might not like him for whatever reason, but he's a fucking brand.
Yeah.
He has, not only is he on this show, he did other shows. Like, to me, that is the epitome of what you want to be.
Right.
If all you want to do is argue and fight,
yeah, he's such a humble person.
He is. Yeah. So, like, that's what I was trying to model after. Like, because he was Like he's everywhere. The boys, he was just say Bravo, you know what I mean? So.
Right.
I'm just like, if you're gonna like, you can. Yeah, it's cute to argue and fight, but if that's what you want to be known for, you ain't my type of bitch I'm gonna be around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a difference between letting the girls know don't play with me versus I just came to fight, I just came to argue. Like, no. Let the girls know don't play with you. Cool. You know, so the girls know where you stand and not to play with you. But all that fighting and like it just I don't know, like there's just so much more. I don't know, there's so much more. So I don't know, but what I wanted to ask you, one of the questions I wanted to ask you is where do you see like the show going, or where do you see like you and the show going after this? Like, is it giving like reunion show and like y'all are on mainstream TV sitting down with Andy on Bravo? Like, what is the kind of like the not end goal, but what is the next phase of everything that you see after people see the show?
Good question.
So yeah, I would definitely love to see it on a major network, but at the same time, I would love to see Pop Up Productions be its own major network.
Yes. Okay.
So I want to take the appropriate steps to the appropriate shadowing and learning all the technical side of everything first, so that I could be the Andy Holmes, the Carlos Kings.
Got you.
I want to be able to like to shadow these people, like pick their brain, like learn how to do everything in and out, so that way when it is my time that I'm ready for it. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see Set It Off like as big as you could possibly see. I want to see those billboards outside. I want to see these people everywhere because they all are amazing people that have great stories to tell. So,
well, just remember that you were on our podcast when all this happens. So
I will.
I don't gotta send you an email to get my
Right.
RSVP and all that. You're sending me something.
Right.
Like, hey,
Got you.
right.
But I have a good question because that brings back to what I just said. How is it being from a producer standpoint to manage different personalities?
It's a lot. My background was in restaurant management, and I left restaurant management because I was tired of babysitting adults. And I feel like I stepped into doing it all over again, just in a different kind of feel. There's so many different personalities and so many wants and needs, or someone feels like there's favoritism over here, or someone wants to call you to talk to you about something that someone else. It's so much that goes into it, and it's kind of hard sometimes. But I got to the point. I spoke to a few people who do this. Andario and Chase Snell, and I love him. He said, Brandon, when I upload that episode, I close that laptop. Because I was literally in the comments like fighting people. They had something to say about everything. I was going back and forth with them. I was like, you don't know what, this is my baby. Like, I put so much into this, but I had to get to the point of learning that the different personalities that I'm trying to like take care of them, make sure that everyone looks at them in the positive light. At the end of the day, whatever they did is what they did. And so I had to let them kind of fight those battles. But it's kind of hard.
And even if like what they did was completely tasteful, you know what I mean? There's people that are still gonna not agree with exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
And since you said that, that was important for us because we started getting feedback. And then I think the very first feedback that I got was like, oh, Devin was mad. Y'all had him mad. And I'm like, and they sent me the screenshot. I'm like, bitch, they don't know me. I'm not fucking mad. Like, I was passionate about what the fuck I'm saying. I'm not mad.
Right.
Like, I was really piping up. Like, I'm not mad. Like, I'm cool. But it's, again, you have to, like, again, people are going to watch. And then because of who they are, going to have their own perception of, like, what they're seeing and what they're hearing. So it was a matter of realizing, okay, well, you're recording every week and the world is going to see it. Not the whole world, maybe, but the world it's out there for the world to see. And everybody's not going to agree. So I think I'm with you. Like, I had to just realize, like, okay, don't even go to the comments because what you're about to do is get your show canceled.
Look, I had to learn the same thing because we record every single week. And at the same time, like, we have so much to say. Like, we have, like, bullet points of things to talk about, and we never get to, like, half of it. And you wouldn't think that an hour of conversation would go by just like that. And there's so many things that are left unsaid. And so, like, we've had some pretty hard-hitting topics, and we end up, like, laughing and kikiing halfway through it. And then it's just like, did we get our point across? Did we do what we said that we wanted to do? And so while we're still being serious and we're still being passionate about what we do, at the end of the day, we're still friends and we still sit here and have friendly conversations.
Right.
And so, like, when we had that one comment, I think one of the openers was like, you guys missed the mark on that. speech. I think I wrote like 3-4 paragraphs. Was like, no, we were on it.
Right.
We were on it.
You misread. You misread.
But
That's how y'all did on the reality show episode. Yeah. I was so excited for the episode, and I was like, they didn't even talk about reality TV.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God. So we completely missed the mark. Was that you? That said we missed the mark?
No. I didn't say that. No.
I guess one thing I would say when you are filming, the camera only catch so much, and people judge you for that one moment. And you like, damn, I did this one thing and I did all this other great thing. These bitches for this one fucking moment. And I think that's not fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, because what you going back saying, like, you don't even know me.
Right.
Like, you see me for an hour. You don't know what the fuck I do outside this
Right,
hour.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
give me grace. And one thing with set it off, one thing I like what Brandon was doing is the fact that it shows different age groups of Atlanta, right? And it used to really piss me off when people like, they're old. I'm just like, bitch, Housewives is 40 and 50.
I would say Karen from Housewives of Potomac, that's my girl, love her to death, but she's definitely, a little up there.
Yeah.
And
I'm just
that's
like-
fine. But I feel like, why wouldn't you want to be? I feel like that's narrow-minded for somebody to look at them, they're old, because that's saying that you only want to see the lives of people that are your same age.
Right.
But we're all going to be older one day, so you wouldn't want to be older and see what the older people in your age bracket are doing. So I think that's kind of narrow-minded.
If one thing pissed me off comes most about when I was on the show, that pissed me off the most. I'm like, because even if I don't like a person, it takes a strong person to get on camera and share their life.
Yes.
Period.
To be vulnerable and be completely
To be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And, I would say everyone on there has had real vulnerable moments. And for you to show yourself and showcase that, and for somebody to go in and call you old,
Right.
like, bitch, fuck you. I would want to say so much to come out, like, I'm gonna leave out.
Yeah.
But, like, that really pissed me off because I was there. Sometimes you're there in that moment and you see what's happening, or you're not there, you heard about it. And, like, that makes people stress off. Like, when you put some out there, like, you put a event together and, you put all your hard earned into it, and then people just tear down.
Right.
So, what do you think you've learned about yourself after watching yourself?
That's a really good question.
Like,
I got titled Phaedra Parks, and I don't know why. They said I was supposed to be a Southern belle. I was supposed to be polite and well, all this whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I can be Phaedra, but bitch, you can get Nene too.
Right.
And people take your kindness for weakness, and they feel like you don't supposed to speak up for yourself. And y'all know I'm not like that.
What? You're not like what?
I speak up for myself.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So when people start noticing that, like, oh damn, Rodney do talk back. Yeah, bitch, I do.
I mean, I don't think anybody from Open Relationship Podcast has seen you or even thought of you as a person that doesn't talk back.
Yeah,
Because a lot of times you're talking first.
yeah. So towards the end, I had a conversation with someone. Y'all going to see it on the show. I think with y'all tell it.
Oh, okay.
He was basically saying, like, when we had a conversation, like, you and Phaedra Park giving, like, I'm just like, yeah, bitch, but I'm not letting anybody dog me in the comments. I'm not supposed to be shutting up. Like, who do y'all think I am?
So he was basically saying, because you give Phaedra, then you need to always give Phaedra.
Exactly. And that's not true.
No, don't put me in a box. Don't put me in a box.
And unfortunately, some people
But
did.
even Phaedra didn't always give Phaedra. Like, when she read
look.
Marlo, I think, on the reunion, and she was like, oh, the guy Kenya.
Kenya.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, he has to, like, nut in a cup for you and, like, all this. Like, she's Southern Belle, but she's still, like, I feel like people still have their ways. Like, don't let the outside fool you. Don't let the kindness fool you. And not to say that you can't trust people, because there are a lot of genuine people, and I'm one of them. However, there's a side to me still, whether that's out of anger, whether that's out of you hurt my feelings. Okay, I'm not the nice, sweet Devin that you'll normally get. So, like you said, it's about giving people grace and depending on the situation.
Yeah, and I guess too, and I'm gonna get off my soapbox because it's just about Brandon. And what kind of really pissed me off too is when I was friends with a person and I thought we were cool. And what's so funny, people are cool with you from my experience only to, like, try to use it against you down the line on Mad Day.
Okay.
And I'm just like, what the fuck did I ever do to you? You know? And when I saw myself doing that, I'm like, you know what? Because I really probably would have punched that person in the face. I was that livid.
Who is this person?
When I said, you're the fake ass bitch.
Okay.
And what stopped you, do you think, from punching that person?
Because I'm like, is this, for one thing, and I want to say this too. For one thing, when you work hard for what the fuck you're doing, and when you have people really watching you and following you, you got producers on networks and things, and I was like, is this person or this situation worth me losing connections for things I really want to do in life? You know what I'm saying? And for me, the answer was no. Because it was getting a lot. I felt it was like getting attack Rodney all the time. Okay. Like 24 fucking. I can say one thing, it's blown out proportion, but I mean, I feel like I was the show. I was, and when you watch, like, they probably gonna talk with me after when I leave, like. Because I came there, and one thing, and Brandon can attest to this, I didn't put on for my lifestyle. The cameras truly followed me. I didn't throw events together just to do stuff. I really showed my life. And unfortunately, a lot of things got lost because of whatever. But, like, I wasn't lying about my life. And a particular person doing the show said, you know what? Next season, they going to come for you. I'm like, why would you say that? He said, Rodney, because no shade, you really done a lot within out of everyone. I'm like, right. What does that mean? Like, I wasn't thinking like that. He's like, no, like, I know what you did outside the show, before the show. Like, you really was doing a lot of shit and people trying to come after that. I'm like, right. And now when I look, I'm like, I get what they're saying, because when you're not really doing what you want to do and somebody is doing what you want to do, I'm not gonna say it's envious. It makes you feel some type of way. You know what I mean?
For certain people. Because there's those of us, like myself, like, I have a Benz, but I do want a BMW truck. I want, like, I think it's the X5. So say you got the X5. I'm be like, damn, bitch, I want the X5 too. Like, I can't wait to get the X5. But I'm not going to be like, how you going to get it before me? Like, you know, like, oh, you got the X5. You think you all that. Like, I don't know. Like, it depends on the person. Like, certain people still could aspire to have what you have, but not be envious because you have it already.
Or you can just ask and I will show you.
Well, I know how I can get an X5, but right now I want to keep my Benz. I just got my Benz, so I don't want to just
I guess what I'm trying to say, I'm not hiding anything. If you really come to me and say, hey, I want to learn this.
But that's the thing. People don't be envious because they feel like you're hiding the secret. They're envious because you have what you have and you are who you are, not because you didn't tell me how to get there. I'm mad that you're even that person or have those things as it is.
But that just means you have to watch who you hang around with, because technically, I mean, well, just in general, like, your friends should celebrate your accomplishments. Mm-hmm. And so, lastly, well, just following up on the last question, like, what I've learned about myself is that I thought I was going to get on the podcast and, like, be kind of boring, because I don't really talk a lot, but when I do, it's just like, I'll give little tidbits and then I'll just back out. I'll give little tidbits and then I'll just back out. But I actually realized after watching myself, I'm a little shady.
You're a lot shady, but just in a more subtle way. But you also have a lot of good.
I didn't need that.
Okay. Well,
since some of us did talk more than Brandon, let's use this last 10 minutes to focus on him.
Well, that's what we're getting to.
And so hopefully he has his questions for us too.
Yeah, and so the question is, like, what have you learned about yourself during this entire process of being an executive producer and just being a creative?
I learned that, well, I learned patience, because I used to not have, like, any patience at all. Like, I expected everything to be very microwavable. Like, I want it right now. It should be done right now. So, I learned over time that it's a very slow process to get to this point. So I learned that. I also learned that it's harder than I thought it would be. Like, I went into the world of reality TV because I thought that it was going to be easy. I'll be able to make content. I could put it out there faster. It's not scripts. I don't have to worry about hair and wardrobe and makeup and all that kind of stuff. And it's a lot. Like, these people are some divas. And I'm coming from a very small country town dealing with some of these people who just like have these huge egos and personalities and things like that. So I had to learn how to deal with that.
The gays in Atlanta, not to cut you off, the gays in Atlanta, divas. Like,
Yes.
it's like, girl, okay. But go ahead, not to cut you off.
Yeah,
I agree.
But yeah, I had to learn that. I also learned that I can't do it by myself. Like again, Reggie, like, he is my partner. Like, Reggie is my right hand man. Like, the editing, he does the videography. Like, it's all Reggie. And I learned that I may have the vision, but sometimes you need someone else who can actually execute it. Mm-hmm. And for me, that's Reggie. So I learned that you can get really close to people in working relationships and also have like real life genuine friendships. And for me, that's how it is with Reggie. So
I got a messy question. Mm-hmm. For the cast who is on there now, who is your favorite? Who is your most least?
Oh, that's horrible.
I wouldn't even answer that if I were you.
Yeah, you can.
I said he can, but I wouldn't answer that if I were
No.
you. Not at this juncture. Maybe season 2.
But honestly, I can say I don't have a favorite. Does that make sense? Like, it's like there's certain people that I just love them to death, and I like to watch people who have an idea for something. Like, especially when I went to the studio for the first time with a musical artist, they literally just have a beat, and by the time we live out of the studio, it's a beat. Like, it's music, it's words, everything is all together, and to me, that's like magic. So I love seeing people like start something and then finish it. But yeah, I mean, like, there's just, I wouldn't say I have a favorite.
Rephrase it. Which of the cast members surprised you the most?
Surprised me? And like out of the current group? For their own different reasons, I would say Miss JT surprised me, like, a lot. I would say that Terrence surprised me a lot this season. Excuse me. Antonio. Like, he grew up a lot from last season to now, so that was really good to see. Like, surprised me, like, knocked me off my feet. I would say Bus Clown. Yeah. He surprised me so much that I just wanted to see more. Like, I didn't want it to stop, so.
Oh, wow.
Tell you, what's that face about?
I don't know Bus Clown.
How do you know Bus Clown?
We see roommates.
Is that all?
Bitch, yes.
Don't say bitch, because every time we drop a name in the group,
Oh, you know what? That's
he tried to talk to me.
Yeah,
He tried to talk to me and my man.
Roommates.
Bus Clown?
Well, I don't know. I don't sound like more than roommates, but because I would just be, oh, that was my roommate, Bus Clown, cool.
Unless it's not like you got some teeth.
Right, like it was a little more than just roommates. But if you say it wasn't, then
Look, you got a spot on the next season. Brandon, so what?
really quick, because you keep asking him questions, but I want him to have a moment to ask us questions too. So don't forget about that piece.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, though.
Gotcha.
Okay.
What are you looking forward to coming out of this season?
First of all, it being done. But no, I'm really looking forward to people being able, like viewers, to get more stories about some of the people who they saw last season, like to see the continuation from that into the new season. Also for them to be able to see more people who they may not have known before the show. It's always in my mind about, if you're going to be in front of the camera, make it beneficial to yourself.
Yeah.
So I really am looking forward to seeing how this can help out people in any way. I'm not saying it will, but I'm definitely looking forward to seeing if it does help out anyone in any kind of way.
Okay.
Any final question, guys, for he asked our question?
No, I think I asked everything for now because they keep telling us we're running out of time, and I'm like, how do we only have a few minutes left? I feel like we just got here.
Right.
But one thing I did want to say really fast, or ask you to tell the people, when can they see the show? How can they see the show? Because I know we'll be wrapping up really soon after you ask your question. So before we go, just look at the camera and tell them, like, when can they expect to see it? You know,
Like, you want me to do it now?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so you guys can find Set It Off Atlanta on the Pop-Up Productions YouTube channel. Just head over there. The show premieres October 26th at 8 p.m.
Yes, and we'll be tuning in. So y'all, if y'all love us, y'all tune in too.
I will be tuning.
Yeah, I'm gonna tune in. You know, you're gonna tune in.
I'm sure you will.
Yeah. And we're gonna tune in support of both of y'all. So
Okay.
yeah. But all right. So do you have any questions for us, or you weren't able to think of it?
I have a generic question. Like, first of all, what made you guys want to get into podcasting? Because it's something that I've always been interested in, but I hate being in front of the camera.
Do you want to start since you kind of brought us all together, or you don't care?
With this, I have come up with friends. I have this. So with this, I want to really specialize in LGBTQ community, and really get different people. Like, to me, when you see gay podcasters out there, they're all the same people. Like, they all agree the same. It's no, like, back and forth. It's no free thinking.
Right.
And when I created this show, I wanted each person to be their own lane. I don't want you agreeing with me just because you want to agree with me. Like, truly speak your mind, have an open mind, and be informative. And I thought I did a good job with y'all. I'm proud of us.
We do those things that you just said. Okay, I guess I'll go next. I love everything like radio, TV, anchor woman, anchor man. Although for other people, but for me, anchor woman. But no, seriously, like I just love everything like, you know, anything that I can show my personality and just like I feel like I like to kiki and have a good time. And genuinely, like, if we were just in a room right now with us, the conversations as far as my end would be the same.
Right.
Like, 1 minute I'm serious, the next minute I'm like, let's laugh a little bit, let's kiki. Like, that's just how I am. I love conversation. I love to talk. And I do see myself on reality TV one day. But I feel like this is something that allows people to get to know me as far as who I am without me feeling like there's pressure to fight someone or to argue with someone. You know, when we argue a lot, I mean, we've all had our differences, but Rodney and I argue the most, as y'all can see. And it's never anything like, I can't wait to beat your ass after the show. You know, I think offline, we may have had one incident where it's like, okay, either Rodney's going to punch me or I'm going to punch Rodney. But literally, other than that one time, like, it's never been that. So I just enjoy, you know, us having this space. Like, and then coming to, like, these guys are, like, there for me when I need them. Whether it's a sad day, a good day, we're talking about dick, we're talking about money, we're talking about sadness or family.
Like, what was mine?
What, dick?
I mean, tell the truth.
No, I said money first. Did I say dick?
You said dick first.
You said dick first.
All right, well, I mean,
In that order.
but yeah, so that's me. I'm not gonna take up the last 10 minutes, so that's me.
10 minutes, shit. For me, I really just want to utilize my voice. And so I did college radio in undergrad and then just went silent for the most part, just on the grind, trying to get into my profession. And then now that I am in my profession, now that I'm more stable, I wanted to just get back into something that I enjoyed. I always wanted to do something like podcasting. I'd never envisioned that it would be audio and video. But I like who I am. I like who I am in this space.
Yeah, we like who you are in this space too.
Well, thank you.
For me, I was a little nervous to do it at first. I guess
Tay was the most difficult. Tay always thinking a spot.
I feel like Tay wasn't different.
No, behind Tay know what I mean behind the scenes.
Oh, okay.
I like, bitch, you want to be here or not?
yeah. But I guess as like I got to know them more and I got more comfortable, you know, it became like for me like a safe space. I enjoyed like being able to like share my truths and like to inspire other people to be able to share their truths. So I think that's what really touched me the most because so many people reach out to me, you know, when they watch the show and they see something I went through or something, they can relate. So that made me feel really good that I could touch other people with my stories and my truths. So,
Amen.
Well, unfortunately, I think we have to close. I know you guys are sad that we didn't have Left on Red tonight. It's your favorite segment. However, you know, we're very thankful that Brandon was able to come on the show.
Thank y'all.
We want you guys to tune in. He's told us where you can see it.
So thank you for joining the four of us and our guest as we swallow hard topics and spit difference of opinions.
There you go.
Now you don't know swallow.